Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is July 3rd, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. I'm reviewing the Dow 30, that's DIA, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, it's not that you can lose money. You will lose money at trading. The thing is just become more profitable than have the winners outweigh the losers. That's all. All right, but let's go ahead and go down to our quarterly chart and see what we see there. And what we see here is green. Wow, I think the Dow is the only one that is green going into this new quarter. Wow. So that means that, okay, the other ones that was taking a little bit of a profit and just a little bit of a pullback here, they would using those indexes to get their little spending money for the weekend, the holiday weekend. That's what we see. I'll leave it at that. Let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart and see what we see there. On this monthly chart, green, of course, again, higher highs, higher lows. We're above the 9-10 moving average. This thing is just, the Dow is beginning to smoke. That's our 9-10 moving average, that blue line. This is our higher lows that we're still seeing, letting us know that we are in a pretty strong uptrend. At our higher highs, we've made a new high. But let's go ahead, and that's what we see here. Let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there on this weekly chart. Zoom, 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 zoom in here. And like I say, the Dow and the Russell is the only ones that made new highs this week, this short week, and the Dow is the only one that I think ended up green. Wow. Wow. Ended the quarter on a hot note, on a high note. Wow, near the high. So wow, that's really strong. The Dow is the strong one, and it's the small one. So it was easier to push up and make everything looks good. And everybody looks at the Dow, so the market is up. Everybody's going. Although all the other three indexes, the larger indexes, all are red and all. But this is what everybody sees in this. So this is the picture that they want to paint out there for everybody. Even though there's some other stuff going, the other indexes are all down. So again, learn to see the pictures, learn to understand what you're looking at. This is 30 stocks versus 100, 500, and 2,000. Which one do you think is easier to move? Leave it at that. But let's go ahead and go down to our daily noise and wrap this on up. Our daily noise, look at that. They were struggling all week long to get that all-time high and finish at that all-time high this week. As you can see, look at this chop, 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 chop. Look at this, then come the last day, the week yesterday. This thing gapped up like crazy and continued climbing and got above these highs. Wow. That's something, just think about that. Just give that some thought, what happened there. And that's pretty much it. The Dow is hot. The Dow made all-time highs on the last day of the week. Everything is great. Don't believe that. But that's just me. I hope everybody have a great time this 4th of July. Talk to you guys come next week. Have a good one. Right Side Trader here. That's all I have for you guys this week. Just make it short. Happy 4th. Bye.